online.com. Grow your business in print and online with the Current newspaper.
Well, I'm so above you, and it's fine to see, but I came to love you anyway. So you tore my heart out.
And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to catch our drift. Joining me in studio, Ipsy Ed Bonderenka.
Hey, I'm liking that music. Keep playing it. It's like being put on hold, and you like the music, and you're hoping they don't answer the phone right now.
See,
you know?
I would like to be a DJ. I'm just, if they, Ron and Linda, are listening, maybe one of these days I can get that night show, right?
A sub for bone conduction.
Yeah, I don't think they, Ron, will ever give me.
No.
My taste in music is not that good. But, let's take care of our sponsor, Dalton Environmental Cleaning. It's wintertime is coming. It's right around the corner. Fall is here, cooling down.
Hard to tell today.
You're going to be turning on that furnace, guarantee me, in the next 2-3 weeks, right? Make sure you get your ducts cleaned. Breathe the difference with Dalton Environmental Cleaning. Got 20 years of quality guaranteed air duct cleaning. There's a $25 coupon in the Current, COURANTonline.com. Antimicrobial treatment. So you can reach them at 877-DALTONS. That's 877-DALTONS or DaltonEnvironmentalCleaning.com. And you've used them.
Yeah, and you have no idea it's been all summer. Maybe you didn't turn the air on that much, and you have no idea what little critters have enjoyed living in your ductwork, and then you're going to turn that furnace on and find out.
Or a mouse. Imagine having a dead, dried-out mouse in there, right? And all there's all kinds of stuff. But anyways, it's worth the money.
Yeah.
Get them cleaned. You should probably do it once a year, I would think.
Yeah.
Dalton Environmental Cleaning, 877-DALTONS. Good folks, get out there and get those ductwork cleaned. So we're going to start with Trump, right? He did the speech down in Alabama last night, right? And so I'm going to let you... I'm going to give this to you. This is the handoff.
Okay, now you're going to deal with the Luther Strange part of it.
I just want to ask the questions. Right?
Okay, so right now we're going to the part where Trump went off on the NFL. And Derek, would you play that, please?
Clear what he thinks should happen to professional athletes who protest the national anthem.
We respect our flag. Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired.
President in Alabama this morning, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell issuing a response saying, in part, divisive comments like these demonstrate an unfortunate lack of respect for the NFL, our great game, and our players.
Disrespect for the NFL, our great game, and the players. The whole point was not the respect shown towards them, but the lack of respect that they show for our, as Trump put it, great nation by not disciplining people for having shown disrespect to the United States. Yep. Let's put this in the balance. Respect for the United States, respect for the NFL, its players, and the game. I don't know. I'll go for United States way over that.
Yeah. Well, it's a two-way street. You
know
what? Mr. Goodell, you are a piece of... You're a hypocrite.
Here we'll have to beep you just like we beat the president.
I was going to go off, but I won't. I'm going to remiss myself a little bit.
The last hour had a modifying effect.
Mr. Goodell, you allow these hypocrites to kneel during the national anthem. They're disrespecting the flag, the Constitution, our country. Every military man and woman in uniform and who has passed giving their lives for the country. Don't talk to me about respect, Mr. Goodell. You are disrespectful when you don't hold those players accountable.
Yeah.
And who's the Dallas owner? He's the one that's kind of stood up, though, right, Derek?
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones, I think, is the only one I've seen so far that said, you will stand or you won't be working for the Dallas Cowboys.
I only heard that comment once, and I couldn't follow up on it. Derek, what do you know about that? Can you elaborate?
On what again?
On Jerry Jones and his stand.
I haven't really been following what he's been saying all that closely. I've been focused mainly on the Detroit Lions right now, and they actually some of the players were kind of upset about Trump's comments as well, but I didn't get anything in particular.
Yeah. Have the Lions guys been kneeling, or have they all been standing?
As far as I know, they've all been standing. I haven't heard about any of them
as
kneeling.
they should, because
And they're
whether you
winning
like
2
Trump or
games
not,
in a row for it. Yeah.
You know what? Don't disrespect the country, our flag, the Constitution, all the military men and women who have given their lives for us because you don't like Donald Trump.
To protect a system
Yeah.
that you get to make millions of dollars from by playing in this silly little game. Sorry, Derek. This silly little game out there once a week, practicing. You make all these millions of dollars, and you can't even show respect for the system. And that's what they're protesting. The system, right? The same system that allows them
to
lifestyle.
become millionaires.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Don't, Colin Kaepernick.
It's not fair.
You are so underprivileged, aren't you, young man, Colin Kaepernick?
Yeah.
You know what? You're a piece of human garbage, fella. That's what you are.
He's showing disrespect to his own parents by doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Go to China. Go live in Mexico.
Yeah.
Find
Enjoy.
somewhere else that will pay you
Venezuela.
millions of dollars for sitting
Go
on the
live in
bench.
Venezuela. And
Yeah.
they could use your money. They'll tax you to death there.
Well, let's take a call from Jimmy in Manchester who wants to go backtrack a little bit. We're going to talk light ordinance. Go ahead, Jimmy. Jimmy. Did we lose Jimmy?
Hello.
Hey,
there.
Jimmy. Go ahead. It's you're on the show.
Wait a minute. You had phone problems last week, too, didn't you? Am I it's in a
Yeah,
pattern
I
here?
did, Dad. I think this thing sucks.
Cheap Korean phone, right? In a convertible.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we had the same kind of issue in Bridgewater a few years ago, and they were going to. What killed me about it is it's selectively enforced. Because when we went to the meeting and said, well, what about, you guys own a construction company, and you got all these cars sitting here that you're working on or using for parts cars or whatever. Why are you picking on this one guy?
Yeah,
It's because the next door neighbor, something complained, and that's kind of what it boiled down to. And the guy they picked on was this guy that was fixing up a Mustang an old, like a 67 Mustang, and he had 2 or 3 of them out there he was using for parts. And then he sold them for scrap, when he took all the parts off.
Yeah.
But, and it was just ridiculous. But because the people that were sitting on the board were doing the exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And
what it comes down to is just government overreach. You know what? All right, so he's breaking the law. Let's work with him reasonably to get it cleaned up. He's 74. Something's going to happen eventually anyways, right? The old man,
Right.
He might, God forbid, I'm not saying, but he could pass before he gets rid of 20 cars a month to get rid of 200 cars, right?
His neighbor across the street called in to Theron's show and said, I have no problem with that at all.
You can't see
Right.
it.
Yeah, you
can
can't see
drive he's on a corner lot, as I recall, or close to a corner lot. He owns some property across the street. You cannot see that from North Territorial, and you can't see from the cross street.
But this begs a bigger discussion, and I think it's an interesting one. Now, you have people who buy into housing government authorities. Basically, they sign a contract, and you can't paint your house a certain color. You can't, in some cases, can't hang an American flag outside or a Marine Corps
get me
flag.
started on that one,
yeah,
yeah.
you can't have a car you're working on in your driveway. Now, I stayed out of a neighborhood like that. I'm in a semi-rural neighborhood. There are ordinances, and I would not want to see my neighbor let their house get into disrepair, because basically my house is part of my retirement investment. For a lot of people, it is. When you buy a home, it's part of your investment. So why do I want to see somebody else buy in and then detract from all my other neighbors' investments in their property? It's an eyesore. At what point does the government have the right to come in and say, hey, bring it up to spec? You don't have to paint it a certain color, but bring, like you're saying, the businesses down in Whitmore Lake.
Yeah.
Should there be some kind of, and I'm not sure Theron would agree with me on this, if I'm saying that there should be some governmental control to maintain community standards on housing.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this guy shouldn't remove the cars. I'm saying, you know what? If it's an issue, that's fine. Let's go at it reasonably. He's a taxpayer. Let's work with him on it. But my problem is you've got worse problems in the township.
Right.
And they won't address those that people see every day in the middle of downtown, and yet they're going after this guy that's way out in the boonies and nobody can see his stuff.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. They always go after some penny-ante little guy that doesn't have any money.
Yeah.
So let's sue him.
Okay. Well, Jimmy, we got to rock. I appreciate the call. We'll see you all on the other side of the break.
People are always on the go, driving to work, running errands. How do they keep informed? They listen to Wham Talk 1600 just like you. If you're a business owner, your message can reach these people wherever their travels take them. People tune to Wham Radio for the latest issues, discussed by hosts like Joe Pags, Fayron X, and Dana Lesh. And they'll stay tuned for your message as well. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise your business with Wham Radio and whamradio.com. Whamradio.com.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Following last night's remark that NFL owners should fire players who protest the national anthem, President Trump now finds himself at odds with the NBA, too.
Steph Curry, the Golden State Warriors guard, he said something yesterday that President Trump did not like. He said that he didn't want to visit the White House after winning the NBA championship. Well, President Trump responded to that this morning on Twitter by saying, quote, going to the White House is considered a great honor for a championship team. Steph Curry is hesitating. Therefore, invitation is withdrawn.
Fox's Kristen Fisher, in response, NBA star LeBron James called the president a bum in Mexico this morning. Another earthquake.
It was on land, yes. It was a shallow depth.
Paul Caruso of the U.S. Geological Survey. This one centered about 11 miles southeast of the September 7th quake in Mexico City, where officials now say more than 300 have died. Fox News, we report, you decide.
I'm Derek Stone with 60 Seconds on Sports. The Michigan Wolverines football team earned a hard-fought victory over the Air Force Falcons, and now they will hit the road to battle the Purdue Boilermakers this Saturday. Purdue has feasted on two inferior defenses in Ohio and Missouri in their last two games, but now they are going up against an aggressive and dominant Michigan defense. Wolverines linebacker Devin Bush and his teammate, defensive end Chase Winovich, will continue to provide menacing efforts against the Boilermakers offense. As far as the maize and blue offense goes, they are still a work in progress, but the big playability of Grant Perry, Kakoa Crawford, and Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to provide enough scoring to assist their high-octane defense. I'm Derek Stone, and this is my 60 Seconds on Sports.
When your major home appliance stops working, do you want to fix it? No. You want someone who knows what they're doing, and that's not you. It's MasterTech. Bill and Joe Henderson at MasterTech have been taking care of people in Ann Arbor and Southeast Michigan for over 30 years. They've been to my house many times and always solve the problem. They do both residential and commercial work and treat their customers and employees like family. Their technicians are friendly, knowledgeable, and on time. Stop by at 1919 Federal Boulevard in Ann Arbor off Stadium by the post office. Open weekdays 8:30 to 5 p.m. and even on Saturday from 9 to 2. Or call 734-662-0641. That's 734-662-0641. You can also visit their website at mastertechappliance.com. That's mastertechappliance.com. And tell Bill Linda says hi.
You're listening to The Drift on Wham Talk 1600. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. Now, back to your host, Gary Wellings.
And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in to Catch Our Drift. Joining me in studio, Ipsy Ed Bonderenka.
Hey.
Hey. And let's take care of a little bit. If you've got a little bit of excavating, a little dirt yard work that you need to get done, call Diggett Services, LLC. Mike Kuzma, 248-789-7619. That's 248-789-7619. Mike is a great guy. He's got some great smaller equipment for excavating, grading.
I'm calling them this week.
Are you? I tell you what.
I need some trenching done along my rat wall on my addition because of tree roots getting underneath there, and I need that barrier, and I've been wondering who I'd have, and that's who I'm going to do it.
Good guy. He's got some brand new equipment, right? So, and he's a good guy, and he's out there doing the mini excavator and skid steer services. So call Mike at 248-789-7619. That's Mike Kuzma. He's the owner and the operator, so you're not dealing with some giant corporation. He's going to be there. He'll work with you. He'll give you the estimate, blah, blah, blah. Good guy, 248-789-7619. Diggett Services, or go to currentonline.com. You'll see his ad on
and that's
page
it.
3. Right. How was that?
Go to the Current to see this stuff you need.
That's right. The currentonline.com.
Yeah.
COURANT online.com. All right. So